There you go.
And you know, a sport like golf, of course, man, those guys are used to having their own personal coaches. But, you know, we typically don't see that in, like, team sports. Well, it wasn't that long ago that the only coaching a high school team sport athlete got was from his or her team's coaching staff. These days, it's not uncommon for players in sports like basketball to have their own coaches.
Basket by number 5, Melissa Perez.
Former Dade Christian point guard Melissa Perez has parlayed a successful high school career into a basketball scholarship at Barry University starting this fall. And that's no accident.
For me, I don't get breaks. I mean, I play basketball 24/7, maybe except after church.
In high school, she spent 3 hours a day, 4 days a week, shooting free throws with her eyes closed, getting pounded as she tries to shoot, and dribbling around imaginary defenders, all at the behest of her personal coach.
She was a good player to begin with, but what we're trying to do is get her to the next level.
Don't just turn around, make contact.
Former high school and college head coach Tony Fryer now runs One-on-One Basketball Academy, one of a growing number of personal coaching outfits on a mission to give school-age players the attention that the coaches for their school teams cannot.
At high school, he's focused on 9 guys, like 9, 12 guys sometimes, and sometimes he doesn't really take the time out to pull you aside.
Being on a high school level and coaching, 3 or 4 or 5 months a year, where Tony's, he's rubbed elbows with college coaches and professional coaching stuff that he'd shared with me. My background in college, I was an applied behavioral science major. So what I've learned to do is get people to have proper focus.
You might be surprised to learn how many of Melissa's ex-high school teammates also focused on hiring personal coaches.
I'd say maybe 50% of my team. There's 14 players, and there's 7 of us. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, it's a new epidemic.
Hiring a personal coach like Tony Fryer to coach your kids is not cheap. We're talking $30 per hour per person for groups of 6 or more. And if you want Tony one-on-one, then it jumps up to $80. Those parents who don't have that kind of money often sacrifice to get it.
I had to go out and get another job in order to make the extra money to send him to the camp. But that's what I do.
At the end, it's a payoff. You invest at the beginning, and at the end, the reward will be there, hopefully.
With tuition costs rising, most of these kids hope the payoff will be a scholarship offer. Melissa had several, and for that, she thanks her personal coach, who, by the way, thinks he could teach Miami's biggest basketball star a thing or two about foul shooting.
Free throws, I'd love to get my hands on Shaq just for 15 minutes.
Well, Shaq, if you're listening, Tony Fryer's on the internet. Look him up.
There we go. You know what I'm more interested in? How many takes did it take you to do that, hit the shots and do the stand-up?
I'm a one-take wonder.
I've seen the man play basketball.
One-take wonder.
My over-under is 15. I gotta pull out the tapes and got that.
Hey, you know what?
I'd be impressed if you did it in
Tapes
one.
have been burned, by the way. We'll never know. We will never know.
We got more tapes to show when the Jam returns. Dale Earnhardt Jr. looks for his first win of the season. All of this going on in Chicago. And also, there's an Italian restaurant in Coral Gables with some punch to it, folks. It's good stuff.